Okay, finally, I think we've got it. We're going to wait here for some people to join.
Oh, she is posting it, so yeah.
I got to get you in the.
I can stay one shoulder.
We actually have a couple viewers.
Oh, I know one of them.
This technology stuff is hard.
This reflection of the lamp looks like 8-bit Nimbus.
Oh yeah, it looks like it. UFOs. A portal into space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfectly under it.
All right. We are live on Discord. I'm going to give it a few minutes to let people join who want to join. I'm sorry for starting late. We had some technical difficulties trying to figure out the background on the camera, but it looks like we're good to go now. We'll give it a couple minutes. We'll wait to hear that it's that we're good to go. We are just waiting a few minutes for some people to join since we started late. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. So today we just wanted to do our first live stream. Gives us an opportunity to do a demo, take some questions from you guys out there if you have any questions, and just talk about the vision for the future and what we're doing and where we're going and all that. And I have with me Natalia today. Say hi, Natalia. She's another one of our developers here. Yeah, so hello, Adam. Let's just go ahead and let's jump into a demo. So I'm gonna try to share my screen here. If I can manage it. All right. Okay. So this is it. This is the new application. This is Alga PSA. It is open source. It is what we hope to be a new community standard. We plan on developing Alga out in the open in the community, and the open source function. Oh,
Wait.
Screen's black.
Yes.
Can you see it? Can you see it now? Okay, good, good. Okay, so we hope to develop this out in the open, in the community. My background is I worked at ConnectWise for 16 years as their chief software architect between 2000 and 2016. And so I have a little bit of experience with PSAs. And we started another company, and our goal was to add intelligent AI to some of the products in the MSP community. And we were kind of struck by how difficult it was to get API agreements from them, to work with them. A lot of them required us to sign non-disclosure agreements or non-competes. It seemed like a very old-fashioned way of doing business. We're used to working with open software and open standards, and we think the MSP community deserves that. So this is our contribution towards that. So this right here is the dashboard when you log in. This will all be live. There will be some places where you can add widgets and things like that. But right now it's mostly just kind of an overview. It gives you an idea of the types of things that you can do in the system and where you can navigate. We have got a ticketing system, as all PSAs do. We have channels. Channels are like boards and other PSAs, statuses and priorities. Okay, you can click into tickets, and we have your standard way of organizing tickets by priority, categories, channels, etc. We have time entry and timers that start as soon as you open up the ticket. You can add time from tickets. You can associate companies and contacts, obviously, with tickets. Multiple agents on a ticket that can be scheduled. And then we're working right now on the new asset system, and we're working to make it so that you can associate your configurations and assets with tickets as well. So you have the comments where you can have the discussion about the tickets. We have internal comments. We have public comments, and those go out to customers. We don't have email integration yet, but as soon as we do, the customers will be able to interact with the tickets via email. And then we also have resolution notes. You can attach documents to tickets by uploading them. You can also upload documents to a central document store, and then you can link the same document with multiple tickets, which works pretty well for assets later on, because you may have one type of hardware that is common to all of the different companies that you work with, and maybe you want to link the document to it for the manual. You don't have to keep uploading the document over and over again. You can just associate it. We also have project management. And the projects have phases, and we have a Kanban style view of the different statuses for different swim lanes. You can take the project tasks that you have, the activities, and you can drag them between the statuses. You can close them. You can assign people, and there are also checklists. Really soon, we're going to add the ability to add tickets onto project tasks as well, but we will not make those two the same like some other PSAs do. I feel like they're different enough that they should probably be two different types of assets. Okay, assets. This is like configurations in ConnectWise. These are the managed assets for your customers, hardware, workstations, network devices. We support hierarchies of assets because you may have a rack. A rack might contain servers. Servers may contain software. So you can do an association between different layers in that hierarchy. When you click on the assets, you have asset type specific views of each of them. So this is the workstation view. We can put in workstation details. Right now, we've already got scheduling for hardware maintenance, and this is where you can mark the related assets. This is where you associate assets with each other, and then of course you can attach documents to assets, and you can edit them, and also you can create a ticket from an asset. So that's, if something breaks, you can just go directly to the asset and you can create the ticket from that. Then, of course, we've got the CRM portion of the application. We have clients called companies and other systems. Got your basic client details. And then, of course, a client has assets. And we have the ability to set billing information for a particular client. The billing area is the area that's under the most active development right now. But right here, you can see you can set tax rates. You can associate multiple billing plans with that company as long as the plans don't overlap. So you may have multiple plans that your MSP offers, and this is how you associate those plans with your customers. You have your service catalog where you can do custom. This is where you can do custom rates for the different services that your MSP offers, and then set some other miscellaneous billing options as well. Companies are made up of contacts. So we've got contacts, we've got tags for contacts, and you can associate documents with companies, obviously. And the documents actually have a nice preview, so you can kind of see what it is that you have attached. Again, you can link them, you can upload them. We've got a pretty good start to our tax system so far. So we support things like tax thresholds, tax holidays, multiple tax levels for many different countries have different types of systems where taxes are leveled on top of each other. So we've got the infrastructure in place for all that. And kind of a place for some additional info and notes, and then interactions. In a lot of CRM systems, if they have a sales focus, you want to make sure that you're capturing all those interactions with your customers. And so this is how we do that here. Same thing with contacts. Kind of a simpler display for this, but you have contacts, you have interactions. You can add interactions when you take calls or have meetings. You can imagine in the future some of this will be automated so that when the emails come in, if we have an email integration, then we can automatically create interactions from emails. And this is that overall document display that I was telling you about. This is where you can upload documents into the system that are not associated with anything yet, but then you can go and you can associate the documents to different things like tickets and projects and companies and contacts. And of course, we have time entry. So you can, this is the timesheet view, and you can click to bring up the different types of work items that you can add to your timesheet. So you can add project tasks and tickets. Currently not company specific, but we'll probably get there pretty soon. And you can click into the cell for the work item and the date, and you can put in time against that day, and you can associate it with a service. You can imagine some of it might be web development, something else. That's where you associate the services. And then we have this kind of legend at the bottom to let you see at a glance how you're doing for your billing percentage. And then we have approvals. So approvals are there's a system where we have teams have managers, and then the managers are responsible for approvals. They get a top-down view of all of the different time entries that are on this timesheet. And then there's a system where they can kind of collaborate back and forth. Different items can be marked as needing changes. And then finally, there's an approval at the end. So basic time approvals. This is the overall billing area. And some of this still is just not hooked up yet, but this is all under heavy development. This is coming very soon. You can go to billing plans, and this is where you set up your MSP plans. Plans are made up of different services, and then services can be customized in different ways. So you can bill a bucket of hours with overflow. You can bill by the hour. You can bill for quantity of items sold, so maybe per unit or per gigabyte for storage, backups and things like that. And we're trying to make this really, really flexible. This is a place where we'll probably need some community feedback, but based on the agreement system and my experience with that, we're going through this and trying to make it very, very flexible. Time periods, so you can configure time periods for your system based on your billing cycle, or actually your payroll cycle usually. And then it's flexible enough to allow you to do weekly time periods, or biweekly, or monthly, or quarterly. So these will automatically generate over time. You have your invoice system with templates, which I'll show you in a second. And this will allow you to choose different types of formats for your invoices. We are providing a language that you can use to make super customized invoices if you'd like to. But of course, we'll provide a nice group of sample invoices for you to choose from, and you'll have a drop down where you can view all the different types of invoice formats that we'll offer out of the box, and all this will be defined. Set billing cycles for each of the companies that you're working with. So maybe some companies want to be billed annually and some weekly or monthly. This is a way that you can do that. Finally, here's the service catalog where you can specify the services that you offer, whether they're taxable, categories, how they're billed, and so on and so forth. And then finally, tax rates for your for configuration. Next, we've got scheduling. So this is your typical calendar. You can put service tickets on your calendar, and project tasks on your calendar, miscellaneous items on your calendar. And finally, we have this dispatch area where a dispatcher, this is under heavy development right now, but a dispatcher can come in and they can assign different tasks to different to different engineers and get an overall view of how people are scheduled throughout the day. The UI needs a little bit of work, but this is how that will work. And then finally, we've got the general setup area where you can add users. This is the team management that I told you about, where you can associate employees with teams and set teams to have managers for time approvals. Tickets, this is where you can configure tickets. So you have channels for like boards, statuses, priorities, categories, and subcategories. Got your interaction types. This is for the CRM system and the sales module. Finally, this is where you define your time entries, or your time periods. Like I was saying before, you can do weekly time periods, you can do quarterly, monthly, and so on. And then we have a security system. Security system is role-based access controls. So you have roles. Each of the roles have permissions where you can define what that role can perform for a particular resource. So as you click through here, you can see the different types of resources and the permissions that each of the different types of roles have for that. Pretty simple way of doing things. We're also going to have policies. That's going to be enterprise, but I'm running the free version right now. The policies will let you make much more complex rules, usually only for enterprises, but maybe you have specific contractors and they can only view certain tickets or things like that. And the policies would be where you can define that. And that's about it. That's what we have so far. We're a couple months in. Development is going really quick, and we're excited. Just in the last 2 weeks, we've put together the asset system. And what else did we do?
The customer portal.
Oh yeah, the customer portal. I got to show that. See, this is
part.
Yes. Okay, so the company portal / dashboard. I think that's how you get to it. It's very new. Is it customer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can ignore that. So, so this is a kind of a Wizard of Oz themed data set that we have here for testing. But so right now I am a customer and I'm logging in. This is I mentioned before that a lot of other systems, the client portal or the customer portal is typically a second thought. It doesn't have the same kind of quality put into it and the same kind of care put into it as the actual PSA. And I think that's not good. This is where the MSP's customers really see the MSP. This really needs to be a polished experience. As I said that, it blows up. This is all brand new stuff. So let me see. Maybe I can show you on the other system. Let's see if this is running. Are you gonna work for us? No, so sad. Okay, well, we'll show that. We'll show that later.
Maybe next time.
Maybe if anyone's interested, we could diagnose it while we're on here. But yeah, that's brand new. It has. I have a demo online on YouTube of that, but it has has a dashboard on its own. Customers can view tickets. They can view interactions that they've had with you. They can view their billing. And something interesting that we're doing in the customer portal that we haven't seen before is actually we're going to allow the MSP to determine whether or not they want to allow their customers to manage or upgrade their services that the MSP offers. So that's going to be really interesting. So the different services or the different plans that you have, maybe allow them to upgrade to the next plan or downgrade or add options. So yeah, that's the demo that we have for you today. And if anyone has any questions, we'd be happy to talk about it, talk about our plans.
more about what we want to do
Yep.
in the future?
Okay, yeah,
and
we can
what
talk.
more exciting features are coming?
Yeah, so the next big thing that we're working on right now is actually API support. Obviously, everything is going to be comprehensively available through APIs. Like I mentioned earlier, this is an open platform. So if there's something missing, it's not like you can't use it. It's just that we need to have a nice documented group of APIs. But by any means, please feel free to come into the Discord and talk about any missing features, or come into GitHub and help us out with them. But those are coming really soon, and that's going to open up all kinds of opportunities for us to have more integrations. One of the major integrations that we're working on right away is an integration with LineGuard, and we would love to do integrations with RMMs and remote access. We will also probably do our own version of some of these things. We'll probably want to build in some basic RMM features, and some maybe remote connection features. We don't expect that we can't be everything for everyone, but we'd like to make this into sort of an MSP in a box where you can just install Alga PSA, and a lot of what you need is ready to go. But we would like to have really seamless integration with all of the best in breed vendors out there. It's a great community.
So you basically answered the question we have on YouTube
Okay.
about RMMs want to
Yeah.
integrate with.
Yeah, we would love to integrate with RMM. Some of them that come to mind are Ninja RMM and some others. So, yep, we definitely will. Our asset system is kind of where, that's where we're putting time in the beginning, because that's where we see a lot of opportunity for our integrations. It'd be nice to be able to go to the workstations and do a remote connection directly from the assets. Assets would link to the RMM and allow you to remote manage or pull in logs and alerts and things like that too. So that's almost the next priority after APIs, is to get the RMM integrations back up and running. And then there's the ones that we'll be doing on our own. So there's Office 365 integration, basic integrations with things like email and things like that, maybe Slack integrations. What else?
The magic sparkle.
Is the magic sparkle AI?
Of course.
Yeah, so we're also obviously this company was started so that we could add intelligent features to MSP products, and it'll always be optional, but we do have a lot of work that we've done on large language models and integrations with service ticketing. If you go to our website, you can actually install an extension for ConnectWise, which will answer service ticket information for you. So we have all that we would love to build in here as well, for things like auto dispatching and summarization, automatic responses, and then maybe even long-term, more in-depth research that can be done, where you can ask a question to the agent, and it can go and it can read multiple tickets, and it can go and read the documentation for an asset that has a problem. Maybe incident management, where an incident happens, and the AI can do the early legwork for the engineer. It can go and it can look at the recent alerts, look up the documentation, see some tickets, see the history of the changes that's been made, and maybe present the engineer with that information so that they can more quickly deal with that. Yes, QuickBooks, accounting, yeah, for sure. That's coming right away. Xero is, I'm kind of gonna show my ignorance here, but QuickBooks Online is one that we have right away, but Xero will we'll have to take a look at as well. So I think that's the overview. What else do we have planned, Natalia? Did I miss anything?
I think you covered
Let's take a look at the. Okay. Is there any other questions? I think that's what we've got for you today. If you could go to the GitHub and click the star, that helps. We want to show the community the support that we have and the level of enthusiasm out here. So that helps a lot. And yeah, I think that we're going to do this monthly. So last Friday of every month, we'll do a live stream, and we will talk about the things that have changed over the period of that month. And then if there's any pressing announcements or really anything really large, we can do them more frequently as well. So this was a lot of fun. Thank you, everyone. Have a great Friday. Bye.